Hello everyone! Welcome to another 1v1 Warhammer battle. This is going to be Chaos versus Dwarves. And I am going to be split up on this one. I thought the Dwarves would deploy in the middle to fight down, but no, they are deploying on the side, and you can see that their goal is to get up on, you guessed it, the hill. So they're going to be going up over here, and right now I have decisions to make. I can either try and pull back and hide from their artillery that I can see that they have, and wait for these forces to get over to the other side of the map, or we can just engage. I'm going to engage, but first, my army is going to be led by Archaon with his Swords of Chaos. I brought a kind of a horde army this time. I have 2 Forsaken, 1 over here, 1 over there, which is the Demon Spew. We have 3 Chaos Warriors with great weapons over there, and then over here we have 4 Chaos Marauders with great weapons, supported by 3 Chaos Trolls, and of course Archaon and his bodyguard there. So again, 2 forces. The idea was to go bloop, bloop, and then just kill them right here, but instead we're going to go bloop and hold right here for as long as we can to allow these guys to go. And you know what? Chaos Warriors are pretty slow. But for the Dwarf, though, we have 3 Iron Breakers up in the front line, including Norgrim. I'm sorry, that's a Peak Gate Guard. They do have an Norgrim's Iron Breakers. Where are they? They're right back here. So you still have the 3 Iron Breakers, the Peak Gate Guard. We also have a normal Dwarf Warrior with great weapon. Then we have the Godblobber, a Grudge Thrower, Master Engineer, and then a Cannon being led by Thorgrim Grudgebearer. So this is a very small, tanky army. So we're just going to get engaged here. Not engaged as in married, but engaged as in, you know, we're going to do the thing where we kill each other. That kind of engagement. So yeah, like, temporarily, for a brief second, I was like, oh, do I pull back? Because half my army is on the, well, not half, actually, but a good portion of it is on the other side of the map. But I'm like, I can see them coming over here on the hill, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want you at the hills, because their plan was, you know, Peak Gate Guard and then 3 Iron Breakers with all their cannons and shit back here. Obviously, that's their plan, because they want to try and get their very small, tanky army into a position that favors them. So I was like, I can't let them do that, so we're just going to have to apply pressure. I'm going to swing Archaon and the Swords of Chaos over here, because I'm trying to get around the very slow dwarf formation, and I want to go bloop, 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 bloop. And you can see that my forces are going to be over here. I'm splitting up the Demon Spew to try and get over here a little bit faster. But yeah, the goal is bloop. That's what we're going to be doing, and then we're going to be tying down all their melee infantry with the Marauders and the 3 Trolls that we have over here. Kind of lucky I went with the Horde Army in this one so that we can keep everything busy. But still, this part of the force is still really good against Dwarves. The Marauders being supported by a bunch of Trolls are not bad. And also this Forsaken, which I'm actually going to throw into this Peak Gate Guard. So you can see that my Swords of Chaos are going to be taking some damage here, but the goal of Archaon, he has 1 spell, and that is the defensive spell. I should have taken off the Kindling, now that I think about it. Anyway, but his goal is to keep the Swords of Chaos alive, because the Swords of Chaos goal is to keep Archaon alive. So I'm going to be casting that defensive spell only on the Swords of Chaos to try and keep them in the fight as long as possible. Meanwhile, my Marauder and Troll army is going to be taking into these 3 Iron Breakers and the Peak Gate Guard. We've already walked out the Godblobber, now we're coming into the Cannon, which is our next big threat. And at the same time, I think we're also dealing with the Grudge Thrower. Meanwhile, I have 1 Chaos Marauder nearby taking out these Dwarf Warriors. But you can see Thorgrim and the Engineer are going to be focused on trying to kill Archaon and the Swords of Chaos in this battle. Meanwhile, the rest of my forces still slowly trudging over here, but the Demon Spew is getting closer because they are pretty fast. This temporary engagement, I'm now going to withdraw. I'm going to whip them around the flank this time, and then I'm going to re-engage with the Trolls, and then come in behind the Peak Gate Guard next time with the Forsaken, and try to do some damage there. The thing is, I didn't really need them over here, because Archaon and Swords of Chaos already had that. Speaking of, they are now going to be charging into the back of these Norgrim's Iron Breakers, trying to help the Chaos Marauders. Another Cascading Fire Cloak going down in the Swords of Chaos. Not entirely sure why they're not all engaged. Oh, I guess there's like some dwarves in the back. Alright. But we did a nice recharge there, but again, Thorgrim and the Master Engineer are going to be following us. There go the Forsaken. Again, they're going to go bloop. And then these Trolls are going to come back and go bloop. Forsaken almost there. Or I should say Demon Spew. Did a lot of good damage to these Peak Gate Guard, and we're going to do some more here. But you can see my Marauder line over here is starting to falter a little bit. These Marauders are starting to falter a little bit, but they are going to get backed up by the Demon Spew here momentarily. My Swords of Chaos is taking heavy damage, but they're fine. They still have 14 models, which is just fine. Another Cascading Fire Cloak going on them. Again, Archaon is there to keep his bodyguards alive so that their buff keeps him alive. Because you can see they're trying to kill Archaon. Like, they are doing damage to him. But that's going to be 46% less damage because of Archaon's natural defenses and then their buff as well. Actually, against Thorgrim, hold on. Because this is physical resistance, isn't it? I didn't think about this during the actual fight. Yeah, actually, no, Thorgrim does full damage. My bad. I'm crazy. I was just like, wait a minute. No. We don't have a 46% resistance because this is all physical resist. The thing is, Thorgrim has magical attacks which can go through that. Because this isn't a ward save. Okay, so Thorgrim is still doing full damage, but everybody else is doing less damage. Look, it kind of works, okay? Jeez. Yeah, as I was sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute. Thorgrim does magical damage, right? And yeah, he does. Yeah, he totally does. That's fine. Archaon can take some damage. But anyway, we're going to charge right through the PK guard, and then we're going to wrap around and let them use their slow dwarf legs to try and catch up. So we're going to slam into this flank over here. Meanwhile, we have dealt with this Goblobber aggressor that came back. We dealt with those dwarf warriors, and now we're getting the Demon Spew up in here to the fight. So now Thorgrim and the Master Engineer are going to try and finish off these Chaos Trolls. They already routed off one of my Marauders and Forsaken. I think one of my Marauders is routed. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, maybe, yeah. Where are they? Did Shatter? I can't remember. But anyway, we are routing off the Dwarves' left flank over here with Archaon and the Swords of Chaos, which we still have 11 models. They start with 18, so we've lost a few. But they're still intact. Still protecting Archaon from almost everything except for Thorgrim. And it's at this point when my Marauders are leaving and the Chaos Warriors are just starting to arrive on the scene. I'm like, you know what? Let's just run. Everything that we have left is easy to disengage with because they are faster than all the Dwarves. So I'm going to let the Marauders route into the forest, and we're going to pull back to try and get support from our Chaos Warriors, which are fresh. Well, fresh-ish, because they are kind of tired from having to run all the way across the map. But yeah, so in the meantime, we're just going to have these Trolls take out these Iron Breakers, because the other units are kind of far away. And if they get close enough, we can just disengage and run off. So yeah, now we're going to get in position. These Dwarves finally managed to rout my Marauder infantry, but then coming around the corner, they have 3 fresh Chaos Warriors with great weapons coming their way, which is probably not what they want to see at this point in time. So we're going to start marching up the hill, and almost a fresh Demon Spew. They got some damage in. Swords of Chaos, Archaon mobilizing again. Trolls mobilizing again. These Trolls out here regenerating. Just still kind of killing these Iron Breakers. And you see the enemy is going to try and get their defenses up for one last charge. I should say to take one last charge. So I have one Marauder that's going to be coming out of this forest here. These Marauders are going to be whipping around the flank, and we're going to get the charge in with the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. And they're going to finish off the PK guard relatively quickly. Everything else is going to be pouring into these Orgrim, these Iron Breakers. I think we have the Demon Spew go around the back, or maybe it's just Chaos Warriors go around the back. But you can see the enemy is pulling off everything to try and get onto Archaon himself, so we're just going to follow and close this noose a little tighter. And then here come more Marauders, here come my Trolls. More Chaos Warriors coming around the back, these Chaos Warriors going around the side and the back. There go the Chaos Warriors. And like, I don't even have to kill Thorgrim. This is not a battle where we have to kill him. We just have to kill everything else. And yeah, they're not going to make it out of this, friends. The Chaos Warrior reinforcements were too much for what they had left. So that's going to be a GG to Shrans. So hope you enjoyed the fight. This is, again, more of a horde army. I don't really use Trolls often, so I wanted to try and throw them into this battle because I thought, Trolls fit into a horde-ish army. I'm calling it a horde because I'm using more than like 5 infantry units. It's mostly infantry and then just supported by these 4 units right there. And then for the Dwarf player here, Ironbreaker still got a lot of damage. PK guard got a lot of damage against my Marauders, but it just wasn't enough. They focused a lot on their artillery too, and we just sniped them out with the Archaon and the Swords of Chaos. We took a lot of damage on the Swords of Chaos for this maneuver to wipe these out, but that's totally fine. Totally fine. So again, hope you enjoyed the battle with Archaon at the lead, and let's watch a cinematic view. And the Swords of Chaos are a perfect unit to use against Dwarves because they are also armor-piercing focused. And there goes big Archaon coming in. Uncle Archaon, as I call him. I don't call them that at all. Marauder reinforcements. These are the old and busted Marauders, though. They're not on the par with the Norskin Marauders. If these were Norskin Marauders, they may have been able to win this fight. Because of how long this fight goes, and how much they would be buffed at in, like, you know, 2.5 minutes, something like that. There come the Demon Speed finally. Man, these poor dwarves. They finally fight us off. Just, like, if you're in this fight, you're like, oh my god, I think we may win this. And then you see 3 fresh, just, groups of Chaos Warriors coming around the corner. Oh, man. That would be upsetting. But they're gonna try to fight us. Because they have to, what else are they gonna do? What else could they do? Yep, pile in, friends, pile in. Everyone grab a dwarf. Gonna play some dwarf toss. God, there's so many chaos bodies you can't even see the dwarves. And then there we go. Hope you enjoyed the fight, everybody. I will see you all next time. Take care.